Greetings fellow space captains. In today's over-explained guide, we're diving deep into the intricate world of Starfield's Animal Husbandry. If you've ever wondered how to raise animals and harness their byproducts for resources, you've come to the right place. We'll show you the ropes step by step, from selecting the perfect planet to setting up your animal husbandry facility, and the nifty tricks to optimize production. But before we begin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our Starfield tutorials. Section 1. Picking your planet. First things first, Captain, you'll need to pick the perfect planet to kickstart your animal husbandry endeavors. Typically, a good starting point is to make sure the planet has flora and fauna to start. Join me on this lush paradise in Alpha Centauri system, planet Jemison. This is where you'll meet the constellation. It's teeming with abundant flora and fauna, the ideal condition for our animal husbandry aspirations. However, there's one small caveat to remember. You might not be able to set up a greenhouse and animal husbandry facility on the same outpost, so plan accordingly. I wasn't able to set it up in the same outpost or even building 2 outposts on a planet. Still, I was only allowed one or the other. Alright, so in-game we just landed on the planet and we entered our outpost mode. In the top left hand of the screen, we can see the different resources available within this area that makes up our outpost. Even though this is going to be our animal husbandry area, it is still good to look for additional resources. So right now you can see I'm only getting chlorine and water. This is not a great combination, right? So this leads me to our next tip, which is find the high ground. So you can see right now we're making our way up to some high ground, and what this does is allows us to get like a nice 360 view of the surrounding area, and hopefully we're able to find some other resources. Another big tip is, since this is our animal husbandry facility, we're going to be wanting some flat ground for our animals to graze. And kind of a last little caveat to mention is make sure the animal that you want to harvest is in that biome that you're setting up your outpost in. And don't feel rushed on picking an outpost. It took me quite a while. I did a few different landing locations and then I finally found this one. And this leads us into our next section. Section 2. Setting up your outpost. Now let's roll up our sleeves and set up our animal husbandry facility on this planet. You'll need power, fiber, and water, along with having the animal that you're looking to harvest fully scanned. And probably most important is you need the animal husbandry perk. As shown in our previous guide, a greenhouse will produce the fibers. So if you need to quickly catch up on how to set up a greenhouse, make sure you check out that video. But let's continue with our animal husbandry. Simply put down the animal husbandry facility, connect it to power and a water supply, and you're all set. But there's one thing we're missing: fiber. We've already got a greenhouse on Mufford 4 set up to grow fiber. The next step is getting that to our animal husbandry outpost. For this, we'll need an intersystem cargo link and some helium. Let's begin by creating a regular cargo link to introduce some helium to this outpost. Before we start playing with the cargo link, let's just drop down this water extractor and connect it to our 2 animal husbandries and improve the power for our outpost a little bit. In this next part, we'll go ahead and set up the cargo link so we have some helium flowing in. That way we can set up our intersystem cargo link and start importing some fibers. But just so you understand kind of what's going on, is the cargo link we have built here is going to be pulling in helium, and then we're going to build an intersystem cargo link which requires helium, and that intersystem cargo link will connect up to our greenhouse outpost, which is growing fibers. So we'll be pulling in helium to run the intersystem cargo link, and the intersystem cargo link will be pulling in fibers to then feed the animals that we have on this planet. Section 3. Helium Link. Our next stop is Zamka. This is also in the Alpha Centauri system and happens to have helium. Let's drop down a cargo link here. Then in our gas storage, we'll connect that to the cargo link. This gas storage has only helium in it. And now heading over to the terminal on the cargo link, we can go ahead and link it up to our Jemison outpost. And voila! Helium is now flowing. Section 4. Intersystem cargo link. In this section, we're going to be traveling to Muffred 4. This is where we have the greenhouses that are growing fibers. Heading over to the cargo link here, we can see we're already pulling in helium that we use for one of our power generators. Now let's set up an intersystem cargo link so that we can start sending the fibers over. Go to the cargo link and establish a connection to the fuel supply, so now our helium is going to be flowing into this intersystem cargo link. Take the greenhouse that's growing fiber and link it to the intersystem cargo link. Now we have the fuel and the fibers being sent to this intersystem cargo link. Section 5, Final Setup. Back on the Jameson Outpost, it's time to complete the puzzle. We'll build an intersystem cargo link and connect that with the helium from the regular cargo link. Then we'll link the fibers from the intersystem cargo link to the Animal Husbandry facilities. Once the intersystem cargo link is connected to the two Animal Husbandry facilities, we just have to make our way up to the intersystem cargo link to the console. And in here, we'll go ahead and select the Muffred 4 outpost. So now we actually have fibers flowing in. Just give it a little bit of time, and presto. Behold, space captains, we're now producing toxins, a pivotal resource used in crafting. And that, my fellow space captains, is how you master Animal Husbandry in Starfield. Remember to hit the like button and share this guide with your fellow Spaceneers. Stay tuned for more over-explained Starfield guides to unlock the secrets of the cosmos.